coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, Cleveland, Ohio, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed, and that means we are set for football at Huntington Bank Field. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cleveland Browns. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys are putting together a season to remember. No blemishes on their record to this point. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by the former Texas Longhorn, their rookie quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Sheldon. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback. This Ravens offense.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
They'll start with the option. And right away, he lost the football. Look at the big man rumble. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for Browns TD. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's the kicking team here for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
7, Ravens, nothing.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Oh, what a move. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
27-yard line.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
First down, Baltimore.
Jackson now. A short throw caught by Andrews. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down. You look at this Browns defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league. 17th in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. To throw is Jackson. Screen play setting it up for Mitchell. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
An opportunity to get back to level after the fumble return touchdown. First and goal. They go play action now. Jackson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Now it's Jackson. This is caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination.
Jalen Warren, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward.
Tyler Luke now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. A chance for us to look at this Baltimore defense again. They were able to force that 3 and out. That led to a touchdown. Defenses obviously love 3 and outs. They want more of that.
They created a very short and not too sweet stint for the offense by getting them off the field that fast, but it set up their own offense, gave them a little spark, and they took it downfield and scored.
Now the question, can they do it again? Let's see.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Returnable for Watson. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And he's putting together a currently the NFL's leader in passing yards as we play here in the month of December. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, look and repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. This is 2nd and 8.
Second down at the 47-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
State about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that, it only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out comes the Ravens defense now as they get ready for the next possession. They were able to force the 3-and-out last time, led to the punt, and then led to a touchdown for their crew. So they'll be looking for a little bit more of that, Charles.
Well, I think that they created the spark with the 3-and-out. Gave a little momentum to their offense and said, all right, appreciate it, guys. And they took the ball downfield and stuck it in the end zone.
And that defense wasn't out there long. They'll be trying to keep it short here.
4 yards.
Once again, Jenkins. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sheldon. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Running left, it's Warren. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Jackson. Touchdown! Mark Andrews, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And that's a big number. It is going to be touchdown pass number 50 for him on the year. Just 5 shy now of Peyton Manning's all-time mark for most touchdown passes in one season. Now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. 1 play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. And partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And this is where you have to be almost like a chess master as a general manager, because you have a few things at your disposal that you need to use. Obviously the draft, free agency, maybe you can make some trades, but also look at your practice squad. Have you been grooming players to promote and give them an opportunity to play as well? That way you start to supplement as well as replace guys that need it.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Ravens offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. The gate's hot. He's been on target with his throws, and that's reflected in the numbers as he'll look to keep it going here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Greg Newsome up to make the stop.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll run. This is Bashal Tootin. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
That's pulled in at the 32. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. End zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And how about the quick feet there as he made a man miss on his way to a solid gain of 7.
At the 38-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Judkins. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. The Browns on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Ball start. Offense.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Sheldon. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And his ability to use it, given the defense fits when trying to game plan. He's currently 2nd in the NFL in rushing yards by a QB.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Play clock down to 0.
Delay of game.
And this is not the way to start a drive. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
They run over center with Mitchell. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
When I played in the yard as a kid, I used to imitate the spectacular catches that I would see on TV. I don't think I ever imitated one quite that well.
Come on, give yourself some credit.
No, I know better. What we just saw there, that was pretty special.
Here's Jackson. That went out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and
now the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Nifty move. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this off one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The drive will start with an option going left. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Now it's Jackson. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. Now Jackson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short.
But it brings up fourth down.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Jackson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive, 3rd and 5. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
On 3rd down, the defense decided to blitz. A very good job of recognizing it, stepping away from the pressure, and finding open space to scramble and pick up a first down.
Throwing is Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Christian Watson, 30 yards. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So that touchdown pass number 51 for him on the year. And it moves him past 2 guys at 50, 2 of the best ever, Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. Brady had 50 in 2007. Now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Setting up a screen for Judkins. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
The first catch for Judy, good for a 1st down.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll look to throw again. This short pass into the hands of Njoku.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good.
Back to throw again. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. Malachi starts.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
That's another Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Sheldon. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
A loss of a yard. Brings up
Operating from the gun, Sheldon. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Jerry Judy. A gain of 9.
They'll try and run here with Judkins. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
A 41-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. 43 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
First down, Ravens.
Back to throw now on first down. A short one there, caught by Likely.
Jackson's pass.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Pickup brings up second down.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Final 3 weeks of the season are already upon us, and I'll come out and say it. It's when playoff teams become also-rans, and also-rans become playoff teams. Let's dive in. Our tour of the league starts now. It starts in Cincinnati, the Bengals at home to take on Tampa Bay. And this is Chase Brown. He's going to get in from 6 yards out. From there, Kansas City, here we come. Let's check in on the Chiefs as they play host to the New England Patriots. And this is Xavier Worthy. He'll take it all the way to the end zone. What a play for the score. This one's at halftime, and it's the Chiefs with a 2-touchdown lead. 21-7 the score at the half. One more to show you real quick. We go to Houston. It's the Texans taking on the Tennessee Titans. And this is C.J. Stroud. A 55-yard touchdown. This one's gone to halftime, and it's the Texans with the lead at the half. With that, time for a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Things getting interesting now as the regular season starts to wind down. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thank you. The rain, if anything, maybe intense. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Back to throw. Jackson. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
To throw again on second down. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
12-yard gain. It's now 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. They go play action with Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
Now runs straight ahead with Warren. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Jackson now. Catch made by Watson on the out route. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Brings up 2nd and inches at the 9-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Sloop for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ooh, with a juke. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's the Ravens defense as they head out to set up shop. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground with Judkins. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now
a give up the middle, Judkins. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week to try and take the risk.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Adafe Owe, racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Ravens offense and receiver Zay Flowers set to take over once more. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They screen. He has been open throughout. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now Lamar changing the look. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. To throw is Jackson, operating from the gun. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this. Got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Here's 2nd and 3.
To Deontay Johnson. A 6-yard pickup.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Castillo. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
First down.
On the handoff, this is Jenkins. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Brian Burns. That is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list.
Joshua Carty on for the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time looked well for a solid gain.
On the give, it's Warren. And he's got some space here. And he will be taken down, but not before he gets this to the Browns' 30. 98 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Play action. It's Jackson. They shakes him off. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Play action. Now Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now it's Jackson. Looking left side of his got him in. That's Flowers. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Now for the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. A drive that time of 6 plays. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Oh, able to avoid him. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Browns drive about to get started. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Brian Burns getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Sheldon. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Sets up a 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will slide down with a good gain. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35.
That's good for a Browns 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard.
They'll run from the gun. It's Jenkins. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
On the zone read, this is Jenkins. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
It's a gain of
14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
Browns 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. This one is complete to Jenkins. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd and
10. Back to throw. Sheldon. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
It's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball in a comfortable 4th quarter. First down, here's Mitchell. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Good gain there on first down and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yards, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's caught. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Mitchell. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard. And
on his loop for the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44. Cleveland offense making their way out. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now 3rd down and 7. Looking to throw. Sheldon. And the throw there going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on fourth down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. You got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Handoff for Warren. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. That catch is number 819 of his career. It ties him with Hall of Famer Steve Largent,
who did things largely below the radar. Not this guy. 819 catches, that speaks loudly in volumes.
Now it's Jackson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Another opportunity now. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
42 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Castillo. From the 42 now, here's second and 2.
A gain of 7 brings up second down at the 42-yard line.
An inside run with Judkins. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the Browns, first down.
Back to throw. Sheldon. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were, and how about the day those defenders had, though? How many takeaways did they have? I quit counting after a while. They were clearly the better team, and their defensive effort, it led the way.
So for Baltimore, they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they run their mark to 15-0 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, the slide continues as they drop now to 3-12. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.